Maybe you've been doing your best. You've added a can of sardines to your lunch or scrambled a few eggs for breakfast, hoping it would help you feel stronger. But after weeks, even months, you notice the same thing. Your arms still feel weaker than they used to. Your legs don't have the same power, and your energy hasn't quite come back. And you can't help but wonder, am I doing something wrong? The truth is you're not doing anything wrong at all. Sardines and eggs are healthy foods. But for people over 60, there's simply not enough to stop the muscle loss that comes with age, something doctors call sarcopenia. This slow, quiet process doesn't just take away muscle, it steals independence, making everyday things like walking, climbing stairs, or even carrying groceries harder than they should be. Here's what most people never hear. After 60, your body needs much more protein than it once did, often around 100 grams a day, just to maintain muscle. One can of sardines gives you about 18 grams, 10 eggs, about 55 grams. Even if you eat both, it still falls short of what your muscles truly need. That's why in today's video, I want you to forget sardines for a moment, because there is another food far more powerful for seniors, and that doesn't just give you protein, but also unique nutrients that wake up your body's muscle-building machinery and protect you from sarcopenia. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe so you never miss these tips for staying strong and healthy. And in the comments, let me know where you're watching from. It's always wonderful to see our community from so many different places around the world. The food I want to share with you today is grass-fed bone broth protein. Now, when I say bone broth, I don't mean the thin, watered-down soup that some people think of. What I'm talking about is something much richer and more nourishing. Bone broth protein is made by slowly simmering beef bones, collagen, and connective tissue, sometimes for more than 24 hours, until all of the nutrients are gently released. This process creates a concentrated form of protein that can now be found in simple powders or canned varieties, making it very easy for seniors to use every day without long cooking times. What makes bone broth protein so powerful is not just the amount of protein it contains, but the special amino acids it provides, the very ones your aging muscles are often missing. These include glycine, proline, hydroxyproline, and alanine. They may sound like complicated names, but what they really are is the foundation of collagen, the strong, flexible protein that holds your muscles, tendons, ligaments, and joints together. As we age, our natural collagen levels decline, which is one reason muscles feel weaker, joints become stiffer, and recovery takes longer. Bone broth protein directly supplies your body with these amino acids in a form that is very easy to absorb, even for older adults whose digestion may not be as strong as it once was. Instead of passing through your system unused, these nutrients go straight to work, repairing, rebuilding, and strengthening your muscle fibers and the connective tissues that support them. Modern research has shown this very clearly. In studies with seniors, those who added collagen-rich proteins like bone broth to their diets, along with light resistance exercise, were able to increase muscle strength by as much as 33% compared to those who did not. That is a dramatic difference, and it shows that the right protein source truly can make rebuilding strength possible, even later in life. But bone broth protein does even more. It is naturally rich in minerals such as magnesium, phosphorus, and calcium, which work together to support muscle contractions, speed up recovery after activity, and strengthen bones at the same time. Sardines and eggs may give you some protein, but they do not provide this complete balance of muscle and bone-supporting nutrition. Bone broth fills in the missing pieces, giving your body the full foundation it needs to fight sarcopenia and maintain independence. And this isn't something new. For centuries, cultures all over the world valued bone broth as one of the most healing and strengthening foods they had. In traditional Chinese medicine, it was used to restore energy and vitality. In Europe, families simmered bones into rich broths during the cold months to keep elders strong and children healthy. Soldiers, laborers, and farmers drank it daily, long before modern science explained why it worked. They simply saw the results: better recovery, stronger joints, steadier energy, and greater endurance. Today, science finally confirms what these cultures observed. Bone broth protein doesn't just provide calories, it switches on the body's own muscle-building pathways, giving seniors a chance to slow, stop, and even reverse the muscle loss that sardines and eggs alone cannot prevent. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe so you never miss these tips for staying strong and healthy. And in the comments, let me know where you're watching from. It's always wonderful to see our community from so many different places around the world. Now you might be wondering, how can I actually use bone broth protein in my day-to-day meals? The good news is that it's simple and you don't need to change your entire diet to start feeling the benefits. For breakfast, you can add 1 scoop of bone broth protein into your morning coffee, tea, or even a smoothie. It blends in easily and doesn't require any complicated preparation. With just that small step, you're already giving your body around 20 grams of protein that is gentle on digestion and quickly absorbed long before your day has even started. At lunchtime, it can be stirred into a warm bowl of vegetable soup or stew. If you enjoy beans, mushrooms, or lean chicken, bone broth protein combines beautifully with them, creating a meal that not only fills you up but also nourishes your muscles and joints at the same time. And for dinner, you can use it to enrich a simple broth alongside brown rice and fresh vegetables. The result is a comforting, warming meal that's light yet packed with the building blocks your muscles need while you rest overnight. By the end of the day, with just these small changes, you will have provided your body with steady, reliable fuel, not just empty calories, but real muscle healing nutrition that works quietly in the background to help you stay stronger, steadier, and more independent. But before you rush to add bone broth protein to your meals, I want to give you a very important warning. This is something I have seen many times, not only in studies, but also with real people I've worked with. Eating bone broth protein, or even the highest quality protein foods, will not protect your muscles if you combine them with the wrong kinds of foods. You may feel like you are doing everything right, eating more protein, making the effort to stay active, maybe even drinking enough water, but if the meals you combine your protein with are working against you, you can end up canceling out much of the benefit without even realizing it. I have seen this in patients who were eating enough protein each day, but still, their strength continued to decline. Their arms felt weaker, their legs were less steady, and they were frustrated because they thought the protein should have been helping. The truth is, what you eat alongside your protein matters just as much as the protein itself. One of the worst culprits is instant noodles. They may seem quick, easy, and comforting, but the way they affect your body can be devastating when your goal is to protect muscle. Instant noodles are made from refined white flour that digests extremely quickly. When you eat them, your blood sugar rises in a sharp spike. That spike blocks your body's ability to properly absorb and use the protein you just ate. Instead of helping your muscles grow and repair, the protein gets wasted. On top of that, instant noodles are often fried in unhealthy oils and contain chemical additives. These create inflammatory compounds in your body that do the opposite of what you want. They break down muscle tissue, weaken your joints, and add to the problem of sarcopenia. If you've been pairing your healthy protein foods with instant noodles, I want you to stop immediately. It's like taking 1 step forward and 2 steps back. You may be eating well, but at the same time undoing the very progress you're working so hard for. So what should you do instead? The answer is simple, and it doesn't require anything fancy. Pair your bone broth protein with foods that work in harmony with your muscles rather than against them. Whole grains such as quinoa, brown rice, or steel-cut oats release their energy slowly, keeping your blood sugar stable. This stable environment allows your body to fully absorb and use the protein, turning it into new muscle tissue rather than letting it go to waste. Vegetables like spinach, broccoli, and leafy greens provide magnesium, potassium, and antioxidants that protect your muscles from oxidative stress and help them recover after activity. Mushrooms and beans add extra plant-based proteins and unique compounds that further enhance the body's ability to repair and build. When you put these foods together with bone broth protein, you are not just eating a meal, you are creating the perfect conditions for your body to stay strong, active, and resilient. So here's my gentle challenge for you. Forget the idea that you need to eat sardines every day. Forget trying to force down 10 eggs just to reach your protein target. Instead, try this. Add bone broth protein to your meals for just 30 days. Use it in the morning with a smoothie or coffee, add it at lunch to a soup or stew, and enrich your dinner with it alongside whole grains and vegetables. Pair it with the right foods and give your body the chance to respond. I truly believe that if you follow this simple plan, you will notice changes within weeks. You may find that climbing stairs feels easier, that you recover faster after walks, or that your energy in the afternoon doesn't fade as quickly. And most importantly, you may begin to feel the strength coming back, not in a dramatic overnight transformation, but in steady, reliable progress that shows you your efforts are finally paying off. Give yourself 30 days. Let your body experience what happens when you not only eat enough protein, but eat it in the way your muscles can actually use. I am confident you will feel stronger, steadier, and more capable. And that renewed strength will bring back not just muscle, but also independence and peace of mind. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe so you never miss these tips for staying strong and healthy. And in the comments, let me know where you're watching from. It's always wonderful to see our community from so many different places around the world. So as we wrap up, I want you to remember this simple truth. Staying strong after 60 isn't about eating more and more food or forcing yourself into diets that feel like a chore. It's about giving your body the right kind of fuel, protein that your muscles can actually use, and pairing it with foods that support your strength instead of weakening it. Bone broth protein, especially when combined with nourishing whole grains, vegetables, and muscle friendly foods, gives your body exactly what it has been missing. It helps slow down muscle loss, supports your joints and bones, and gives you the steady energy to enjoy the life you want to live. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Please take a moment to subscribe if you haven't already, so you never miss these important health tips made just for you. And in the comments, tell me where you're watching from. It's always a joy to see our community stretching across so many towns, cities, and even countries. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Take care of yourself, keep nourishing your body, and remember, it is never too late to rebuild your strength and regain your independence.